Okay, welcome to lesson 2. We're going to be doing slope and percent grade. So last day we talked about the formula for slope is rise over run. And now we're going to dip into our skills you might have learned in grade 10 math. And we're going to be reviewing the trigonometric ratios, the primary ones. So that's going to be SOHCAHTOA. Or sine theta is opposite over hypotenuse. Cos theta is adjacent over hypotenuse, and tangent theta is opposite over adjacent. So when we're talking about slope, if this is our angle of elevation, this side is the opposite and this side is the adjacent. And we can figure out the angle that goes with it. So one thing I want you to do is find a calculator. And you need to put your calculator into degree mode. If it doesn't say DEG on it, you need to figure out how to get it into DEG. It might say RAD. That will not work. It needs to be in DEG. Now the other thing you might need to find on your calculator is where it says sine -1, cos -1, or tangent -1. That's what we're going to use. So let's calculate the angle that goes with it. So from this angle, this side is opposite and this side is adjacent. So we are going to be using tangent. Now we don't know the angle, so we're going to leave that theta symbol. This is the theta symbol. And it just is a placeholder meaning angle. And that's going to equal the opposite side over the adjacent side. All right, now if we want to figure out just the angle, we got to use this, the -1, tan -1. Okay, so you're going to type in your ratio, 11 divided by 25, and then press the tan -1 button. And you might have to use the second function button on your calculator, but what we find out is that the angle, if we round to the nearest degree, is 24 degrees. Okay, so that's the angle of elevation, and the slope is 11 over 25. Okay, let's do another example here. Here's my angle. This is across from the angle, so that's opposite, and this is right next to it, so this is adjacent. So our slope is opposite over adjacent, so the rise over the run, so 29 over 14. That means we're using the tangent function, so 29 over 14. Now the angle, you're going to use the -1 button. So type in your fraction. 29 divided by 14, and then press the tan -1 button. And if you do that, you get an angle of 64 degrees. And the slope is 29 over 14. Here's another example. A driveway rises 2.2 meters from the street level to the carport, which is a horizontal distance of 5.8 meters from the street. So picture a ramp, okay, and it rises 2.2 meters, and the horizontal distance is 5.8 meters. But we're looking for the actual length of the driveway, so we're going to use Pythagorean theorem. So that's a squared plus b squared equals c squared. The two shorter sides are a and b, so it's going to be 5.8 squared plus 2.2 squared is equal to c squared. So 5.8 squared plus 2.2 squared. So 38.48 is equal to c squared. Now if you take the square root of that, you get 6.2 meters. So the actual length of the driveway is 6.2 meters. Now the angle of elevation is this angle there. So we're going to use tangent again, and the opposite is 2.2, and the adjacent is 5.8. So use the -1 function on your calculator, tan -1. Type in your ratio, 2.2 divided by 5.8, and then press the tan -1, and you get 21 degrees. Okay. So when talking about the slope of a road, it's usually called the road grade. Okay,